So right now, as we speak, and it's a day after Diwali, and the AQI is at 369. Very poor category, and it is now heading to when it comes to the severe air category. Completely when it comes to the ban on firecrackers, that has been defied. And the air quality has become so toxic. It is not just in the air, but polluted water as well, that we have seen has become an annual struggle for the people deciding in the national capital. And this is a day after Diwali that we are talking about. It seems that it will further worsen, especially when it comes to the respiratory problems that are also among the rise. We always talk about this morning, the pictures that are coming in. Yes, there was dense layer, but it is now even denser layer of smog that is now settled over the city, with the AQI that is almost touching now the 300 level mark in Delhi-NCRs. And the pictures that are now coming in, as far as the iconic monuments are concerned and the places to watch here in the national capital, they are no longer visible. There's a ban on the bursting of the crackers in the Delhi and parts of NCR, but it seems nobody seems to have heeded as far as this ban is concerned, despite the strict ban in place yesterday all night, even beyond midnight. There was nothing but crackers being burst.
The AQI in the national capital has plummeted into the very poor and severe category. And currently we're reporting from South Delhi, where we'll show you the level of pollution. But even a day prior, the air quality, the AQI had crossed over 300, and now with more crackers being burned. Requesting my camera person Abbas to also show you the visuals here. You can see that through the flashlight of the car, through the car lights of on the roads, you can see that there is a lot of pollution, and you can see the traffic is also extremely high, which is further adding to the pollution levels, to the spike in the pollution levels. You can see a lot of hustle and bustle here. A lot of people have come out to shop for Diwali, and across the national capital, the AQI is at extremely poor condition.
Now, meanwhile, politics over pollution, however, continues, with the BJP slamming the AAP government's hypocrisy, asking why only curbs are put on Hindu festivals. The BJP claiming that the AAP Sarkar wants to blame crackers for pollution to hide its own failures.
यही शहरी नक्सलवाद है कि हिंदू धर्म पे इनका ज्ञान निकलता है। वह अभी नया साल आएगा, उस दिन उनका ज्ञान नहीं निकलेगा। अभी जेल से छूट के आए हैं, बम पटाखे छोड़े गए, उन पे ज्ञान नहीं निकला उनका। ईद पर लाखों जानवरों की आहुति दी जाती है, उनके खून के कारण वाटर पोल्यूशन होता है, उस पे ज्ञान नहीं निकलता उनका। लेकिन क्योंकि वो टुकड़े टुकड़े गैंग के सदस्य हैं, टुकड़े टुकड़े गैंग जो लगातार हमारे लिए चैलेंज भी बना हुआ है, देश के लिए चैलेंज बना हुआ है। 4 घंटे में कौन सी आग पड़ रही है भाई? 8 बजे से 12 बजे तक ही दिवाली बम छुड़ाए जाते हैं। लेकिन आपने सनातन को कुचलने का जो संकल्प ले रखा है, उसका ही एक आपके बयान जो है, उसी का एक कदम है।
दीपावली भारत का त्योहार है, भारत की सनातन संस्कृति का त्योहार है, बुराई पर अंधकार की विजय का त्योहार है, रोशनी फैलाने का त्योहार है। पूरे विश्व के अंदर भारत के त्योहार के रूप में लोग दीपावली मनाते हैं। जानबूझकर भारतीय त्योहारों को टारगेट किया जाता है। क्या यमुना का जल जहरीला पटाखे चलाने से हुआ है? क्या दिल्ली जो पिछले कई दिनों से गैस चैम्बर है, वो दीपावली के पटाखों से हुई है? अपनी नालायकी, नाकामयाबी, नौसखियापन को बचाने के लिए केजरीवाल साहब, दीपावली को बहाना मत बनाइए, अपनी गलतियों को सुधारिए। दिल्ली के अंदर आपने 10 वर्षों में कुछ नहीं किया, केवल कटाक्ष करने के अलावा कुछ नहीं किया।
Well, let's get in a word from Rishabh and Dipankar, both of them who are joining us live right now. It's a day after Diwali in a way, Rishabh, that we're looking at still the festival that is being celebrated. But last night, as far as the ban is concerned on firecrackers, it doesn't seem so. As far as the ban that was put to work or it was put to use, it was defied almost all night long. Let's get you an update. Rishabh, right now, what's the AQI level looking like?
Well, Amita, good morning. It is not a good morning for the national capital region, for that matter. I am standing in Noida, and this is fairly the new area of Noida, as we call the Noida extension part of it. And I'll show you the AQI level here. I'll ask my camera person, Harinder, to show it on my screen. 2:54. You know, in this area, way beyond midnight, Amita, there have been firecrackers. And when we talk about firecrackers, not the smaller one, actually the heavy firecrackers were busted, and there wasn't any law enforcement seen inside. Every residential society, and this area has more than 200 residential societies. Every residential society was buzzing with crackers, and that is something that left all of us thinking how the morning would look like. I have been in the National Capital Region for almost 1 decade, more than 1 decade now, and every morning when we wake up after the Diwali, this is how the National Capital looks like, the National Capital Region looks like. I'll ask my camera person to keep showing. We're not very far away from these buildings. We're hardly, 500 meters away from these buildings, these tall skyscrapers of Noida, and you can see a thick blanket of smog already here in the morning, and this is how the next morning to Diwali looks like. And this is not something that has happened this year, and who needs to be blamed. This is a phenomenon that has been happening every year since in last few years, and for that matter, more than a decade now. And major thing is, there have been politics around it, and there have been a lot of blame game about it. But the major question arises when there is an NGT ban on crackers, when there is a Supreme Court clear instruction that crackers cannot be busted, there is a ban on any such firecracker, then why does the law enforcement allow a sale of cracker be the bursting of cracker? Right. Last night in Noida, at least, there wasn't any law enforcement.
Bursting of crackers, that's a ban. Sale of crackers, that's a ban. How did people in Delhi or NCR even had access to crackers? That is also a big question. Dipankar, good morning. I believe you are at ITO, and it is said to be one of the hot spots that we are looking at, where the AQI plummets. This morning, it is expectedly after Diwali, has nosedived.
Well, Amita, good morning, but it is not a good morning for the residents of the National Capital, as the air quality level on ITO has plummeted down to hazardous category, to the severe category. And as my cameraman can show you, we are standing near the buildings of the ITO, where you can see the visibility is hazy because of a thick smog that is engulfing the area. The traffic is also contributing to the factor. But a major factor is that last night there were a lot of firecrackers that were bursted, and because of those bursting of the firecrackers, the pollutants in the National Capital area has increased, and because of which people who are suffering, who are already suffering from health problems, who are already suffering from breathing problems, elderly people, or even the children who are being born into the National Capital may suffer from these kind of problems where they can develop asthma. But the thing is that despite there being bans on sale and bursting of firecrackers, there was no police or no enforcement agencies who were looking after it, that it should not be bursted in the area. But still we could hear over throughout the night that there were firecrackers being bursted, and that there was parties that were going on late till night.
Well, of course, it's a festival, and people will enjoy and they will celebrate the festival. But when it comes to the firecrackers that have been burst, in no way it looked like that there was a ban on firecrackers altogether. Dipankar, thank you very much for joining in. That's Dipankar getting us a live update from ITO. Rishabh continues